This is 7 National News. Here are the headlines. Ruler of Dubai promotes police officers. Dubai municipality launches Pack It Safe campaign. And anthrax affects dozens in India's eastern state. And in our top story, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has ordered to promote 524 police officers and other staff at the General Directorate of Residency and Foreign Affairs in Dubai. The ruler of Dubai ordered the promotion in recognition of their efforts, efficiency and excellence in the performance of their duties. Sheikh Mohammed signed a decree promoting 7 officers to the grade of Lieutenant Colonel, including Khalaf Ahmed Rashid Al Gaith, Khalid Ali Mohammed, Salman and Mohammed Ahmed bin Surur. The Sharjah Executive Council has demanded an immediate end of fuel shortage in the Emirate and asked the ENOC Group to explain the true causes which led to the closure of its petrol stations. In recommendations issued recently after a meeting to discuss the fuel crisis, the SEC immediately addressed the ENOC Group, the parent company of petrol retailers EPCO and ENOC, to state the factors behind the fuel disruption in its stations within 48 hours, so as to look into the possibilities of handling the crisis, which has had negative impacts on inhabitants. The recommendations were issued out of SEC's keenness to provide consumers with their daily demands, and petrol is one of these basic needs. ENOC claimed the 2-week disruption was due to ongoing maintenance, which has kept about 82 petrol stations out of work in Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah and Fujairah. Dubai municipality launched the Pack It Safe campaign in a bid to prevent food spoilage, especially during the summer months. Together with the leading packaging solutions manufacturer in the UAE, civic body officials hope to raise public consciousness about the importance of storage and packaging in food safety. According to them, it's essential for residents to know and understand what they can do to protect themselves and their families from risks such as food poisoning. Khadija Saleh has this report.
For the next 6 months, food packaging industry experts will be conducting awareness programs such as this under the Pack It Safe campaign. The initiative will be spread across government offices, schools, and other organizations. The campaign aims to address mistakes the public often make when storing food items that eventually puts them at risk without realizing it. Thus, Dubai Municipality and Al Bayader, a leading packaging solutions firm, teamed up together to educate residents on safe food storage with a special focus on the youth, mothers, and housewives.
We are not just focusing in the food, we have to focus the food plus the area which is containing for either the equipment, either handling and transportation, everything which is with the food, is important to be safe.
Experts say it is important to read the label and look for marks that state if a container is microwavable, dishwasher, and freezer safe. Most food containers are meant only for single use, and everyone is advised to refrain from using these for other purposes than what it is intended for. While recycling is widely encouraged, experts say it is important to know what is being reused and if it is reusable. And just when you think you've got everything covered, officials say the placement of containers inside the refrigerator also matters.
Many incidents we found that packing the raw meat on the top of the fridge many times leak blood or liquids on the cooked food, and people they will take the cooked food, eat it, and then they might get food poisonous, and they don't know that it's because they packed the raw meat on the top and there is a leak that they couldn't see. So we are going to tackle all of these points to make sure that our contribution leads to a safer and better usage of packaging products.
These markings are often found on quality food containers to easily identify their use. Officials advise the public to familiarize themselves with these, as improper use of food packaging materials can lead to food wastage and a variety of health risks, including food poisoning. In our fast-paced society, it's already a common practice for residents to use containers such as these for packing, storing, and even reheating food. However, experts say there is more to packaging than meets the eye, and knowledge is the first step to food safety. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
The UAE's increased investment into the telecommunications sector is proving to distinguish the country as one of the most technology advanced in the world. At a media gathering today, Etisalat announced the introduction of its groundbreaking fourth-generation 4G technology and its positive impact on lifestyle improvements. This latest mobile broadband innovation, referred to as long-term evolution, has the advantage to download data at an incredibly high speed of 150 megabytes per second versus 42 megabytes of the current third generation. Advances of this technology include improved quality, security and digital transfer of data for media firms. Etisalat is the first country in the MENA to launch this service and is expected to cover 800 base stations around the Emirates during the first phase.
People who work in media would feel the difference better than anybody else. Why? Because the nature of media right now, it's about the speed of communicating whatever happens. The speed of communication, ability to send information, ability to send video, ability to communicate, to also to bring information to yourself. That would make the difference for the media people.
The importance of education and creating awareness of information and communication technology within the youth was also discussed within the mandate of a knowledge-based economy.
We make sure that we create the human capital, the right one, and later on we go into attracting them to be entrepreneurs. So when they become entrepreneurs in terms of ICT, then they will add to the GDP of the country, and then they will, when we sell abroad, we will be a knowledge-based economy.
The results of the inspection of public schools in Dubai by the Knowledge and Human Development Authority were announced today. According to a local report, 6 out of the 79 public schools in Dubai were ranked as outstanding by the authority. 33 schools were ranked as good and 39 as acceptable, while 1 school was rated as unsatisfactory. Now in its third year, the inspections show an ongoing improvement in the education sector, with a higher number of students now attending better schools, according to officials. This year's assessments found that 22% of public school students are getting a better standard of education now than they were last year. And looking abroad now, at least 30 families have been affected by anthrax in India's eastern state of Orissa due to a lack of awareness among residents of the Nandapur village. Reportedly, the livestock of the villagers have been affected by the disease, with several of them dying. In order to prevent the disease from affecting other villagers, a vaccination program has now been launched. Meanwhile, the health department has asked the people to take precautions to prevent the widespread outbreak of the disease in the region. Unfortunately, the villagers whose hands and legs have been infected by the disease are mostly poor and are unable to afford better treatment. Anthrax is a common disease of animals and humans. As per a government report, 45 people have died so far of anthrax in the state during the last 9 years. In 2009, 3 out of 59 affected people died. And scores of Spaniards lined up in big queues in central Madrid as farmers gave away tens of thousands of fresh fruits and vegetables. COAG, an umbrella group of agriculture and farming bodies, organised the giveaway with the slogan 40,000 kilos of health to restore trust back into their products after Germany initially blamed their cucumbers for an E. coli outbreak. Although Spanish cucumbers have been given a clean bill, Spain says its growers are estimated to have lost €200 million in sales. Although confidence in Spanish products abroad has declined, Spaniards continue to trust homegrown produce. The source of the infection, which has killed 22 people so far, has not yet been identified. And up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.